Welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a Monday, the 21st of October.
Yep.
Oh, yes. It's a Monday once again. Didn't we have one of these just a few days ago?
It wasn't even a week ago, Dan.
Yeah.
My little iPad's doing weird things. Never mind.
It's amazing to me that you always have technical problems right at the beginning of the show.
Well,
you
yeah.
never pre-test anything.
I didn't pre-test this. I was dinking.
Okay.
If you know me, I'm dinky.
Well, welcome to the show. It's a Monday again, and everybody is like, oh my gosh, I've got to go to work.
All right, most people are probably at work. Wouldn't you think at 9?
Yeah. Now, you know, when I was in construction work, I would get my check on Friday. I would get paid every Friday.
Okay.
And you'd wait around
to get paid
to 5. I mean, they wouldn't pay you like at noon. They wanted to make you sure that you were going to be there.
Right.
To the very end, the bitter end.
The bitter end.
And then you get your check and you go to the bank, you cash your check. You got of course back then I didn't put it into an account.
You just took the
It
cash.
went in my pocket. Everything went in my pocket.
Did you pay for stuff with cash?
Oh, well, yeah. There was no credit cards.
If you didn't have the cash, you didn't buy it.
No.
We'd probably be better off if a lot of us did that.
I still have a cash. I have some cash.
Me
I don't
too.
carry a lot like I used to, but you'd go to the store and you'd buy this, you'd buy that, and you go, oh, I got a wad of cash, I can do anything, and you do whatever, and then by Saturday night, you're done. You look in your pocket and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And then
that wad of cash goes, doesn't it, Dan?
Yeah, and then you start realizing the absolute cycle and how they have you hooked. You spend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to go back to work Monday.
Yeah. To get your week's worth of cash.
And that's why we're here.
Exactly.
Because we spent everything on Saturday.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Whatever. Yep, and a little more.
But now it's like auto draft.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
I do that, and I draft everything out of my head if you want to, or the first of the month for the whole month.
Yeah.
Like that money's gone. I don't ever count it in with my balance anymore. It's gone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just to try to keep me where I'm at. Not spend it before it's gone out.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. How long could you last if the money was stopped today?
I really don't know. I mean, I'd have to, if you want to dissolve all your assets.
No, you don't have your assets.
You just
anymore.
mean cash?
No, everything stops. The income stops.
Okay. It wouldn't last too long, probably.
I know. We all could be in that situation.
Hey.
Yeah.
Early voting starts today.
It does.
At 8 a.m. that the voting place opened, and
yeah. And I will probably go Friday.
I'm going today. I read up on the amendment. I read all that stuff. I was I'm getting it out.
Where did you find that?
Well, Richard found a sample ballot somewhere, but I went and read the U of A Extension office.
Okay.
They had different places you could check to what will voting yes do, or who supports this bill, or some history on it. It was very, very helpful.
Okay.
Actually,
maybe I should post the link to where that's at.
I'll have to work on that.
Yeah, if you can give me the link, I'll put it up during the show tomorrow, and then let that run through the week. And
I think that's a good idea. I mean,
so people can go and look.
A lot of people, you need to research those things, because I think you're the one that pointed out a lot of times the headline is just it's not it.
It's
deceiving.
90% of the time, it's deceptive.
Right.
And they write that in such a way to make you think, oh, I don't have to study up on this.
It's not true, though. You need to study up on it.
Yeah.
So today through Friday, the voting center's open from 8 to 6.
Okay.
And then over the weekend it changes, but I don't even know where I found this. But I'll post that on our Facebook page as well.
We'll find it and we'll post it up for you.
Yeah.
When we do, we'll put it on our Around the Table Facebook page. And you can go click the link and find out more. You really need to study this stuff.
You should just really keep your eye on our page.
Yeah.
because we try to put all kinds of useful and useless information on there, people.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This show here is sponsored by.
Who, Dan?
It's sponsored by Ghost Coaster, where the Ozarks come alive after 7. And now we're in the middle of this. It's only like maybe 2 weeks before this thing is over with.
I know.
But the Ghost Coaster starts. I mean, it's already started, but it's only on Friday and Saturday. This theme at Branson's Coaster. Of course, you can go up there anytime. There you can ride the coaster. Downhill coaster is what it is. But Branson's newest tradition of fear starts on Fridays and Saturday, and they've got a kid-friendly event starts from 4 to 7, and then the bone chilling experience starts at 7. So if you want to know more about that, there's videos on the site. You can go look at thebransoncoaster.com for more information. Go up there and have a thrill.
Have a jolly good time, why don't you?
And
That's what we say.
Scared to boot.
Okay, there's people sending messages. I don't even know who they are. Okay.
Well, let's see. The weather's going to warm up a little bit this week. It's probably
it's
our
like
last
the summer.
hurrah.
Well, we said that before, Dan.
Yeah, well, this is, I'm going to
You
say
think
that
you're
this
feeling
is,
more confident?
yes, we're getting into, I think that,
We're dang near to November, people.
I know. Yeah. And they're talking about some record highs for
Wow.
today or tomorrow.
Wow.
So sunny, high near 81 today, light winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 52 degrees. Tuesday, sunny, high near 84, and this is the record high that they're talking about. And then Tuesday night, low 58. No chance of precipitation in the next couple days, but
Okay.
Wednesday,
Sunny with a high of 85. Yeah, in the 80s is just
Yeah.
kind of crazy. Wednesday night, low of 54. Thursday's back up in the 80s, 82. Thursday night of a low of 59. Friday is another day in the 80s, and then Friday night, 20% chance of showers.
Okay.
And then what, 70s?
Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. Looks like the median temperature is going to be highs around 70
Yeah.
to 75 degrees.
Which is pleasant,
Yeah, that's good. Nice.
but no more freezing nights at this point.
Yeah.
But they're going to come. You better check all your ducks and all that stuff. Make sure they're all in a row. Right? Your ducks, your duct work. Right? Change your
Okay.
filters and all that stuff.
Oh.
Isn't this
Is
that time of year?
Oh, I didn't know. Is that what we're doing? Changing ducts?
Yeah, I'm changing ducks. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, well, no. Just, if you need to have your ductwork cleaned or your chimney
Right.
cleaned or all that stuff, it's
How often
time to do that.
How often do you change your filter?
Oh, Richard does it quite often.
Does he?
Yeah. I mean, he's on it.
Well, they say once a month. That
Oh, we
seems-
don't do it that
seems
much.
excessive to me, but maybe once
in the
a season.
summer, sometimes with the dirt road, it does get nasty at our place.
Yeah.
You probably know the same thing.
Yeah.
So I would say probably 3 to 6 months. But
I wait till the dust gets so thick on the grate that you have to peel it away.
oh god. Okay, mine gets dog hair and everything else on it.
Do you buy filters or do you have a reusable?
No, we buy them.
I have a reusable filter for mine. It's
Well, we have all different kinds of sizes
Oh.
and crap.
oh yeah.
The return, yeah.
How many returns do you have?
4 or 5.
Return errors?
Yeah.
Really?
But we're 2-story,
Yeah.
so part of that's downstairs. But yeah, I mean, there's some. Yeah.
Okay.
What is that like excessive or something?
I don't know. I'm not a HVAC experienced person.
I think 4.
Okay.
I don't know. I
And
don't
you-
change them.
Okay. I don't worry about them.
I don't because my handy husband does that. So
Okay. What kind of water system do you have in your house? Do you have an osmosis thing?
what the heck is that?
I mean to
I know what
purify your
osmosis.
water.
No, the
reverse.
fridge does.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't
but
have a filter.
yeah, it does have a filter.
Do you change the filter?
Well, I don't know. It's a new fridge, so not yet.
Oh, okay.
But the one we had prior to this,
Mm-hmm.
like 10 years, and he's still drunk out of it. And I was like, and then we looked at the ice maker, and it was like getting mold up in there.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you could tell from the dispenser part on the outside of the fridge.
Oh boy.
You could see black around it. We never look up there. I just
Yeah.
don't think about that. And Richard took the whole thing apart and bleached the snot out of it.
Yeah, really.
And then we bought a new fridge. So there you go. Whatever.
Yeah, if the thing looks dirty, just buy a new one.
Well, no, but it's something else we're working. It wasn't just because of that.
Well, we were talking earlier about, bills, paying bills, and our economic situation.
Yes, we were.
And I thought this week's topic to ponder might be apropos to come up with some of these one-liners.
I had to like study these. They were
Oh, yeah?
some of them were a little weird. Not weird, just maybe the way I was reading them was a little squirrely.
Well,
to
I
me.
wrote them, so how could
Well,
they
they
not
were
be weird?
Well, okay. Okay, point taken.
Okay, well, do you want to, is it the first one that you're worried
I
about?
don't remember now.
You want to do some of these?
Sure.
Let's do one
Let's do
today.
one.
Let's do one today.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder
I guess
this
so.
topic.
Okay, this week's topics to ponder are focused on our economic situations and how it affects us individually.
Okay. You gonna go or you want me to?
I'm
I'm doing it.
It may sound better.
Has
coming out
your
of
wealth
Yeah.
or lack of influenced your life's path and how? Has your wealth or lack of it? Well, of course it has. I think
Okay.
it has.
Okay. Has it really?
Influenced my life,
Has it influenced your personality?
your life's path. No.
Does it make you more confident?
I don't know about that. I think confidence comes with more than that. It may not hurt. I don't know. I've not been destitute ever, so I can't really speak from that side of
Yeah.
it. But my husband grew up in a he did not have a lot of money. I mean,
Right,
and
yeah.
I think probably the accomplishment of being successful or
Right.
in his field has certainly influenced that.
Okay. Do you think he has
But I don't
more-
know about the money itself.
Well,
But it's provided means and stuff that probably have influenced.
so this would be perfect for him. Has his wealth influenced his life's path?
I'm going to ask him that question and see
Yeah.
what he says. What about you?
I think so. I had nothing when I came here. I've saved up enough money to buy. I had $35
Wow.
to buy enough gas to get here.
Seriously?
Yeah, and when I got here, I kind of expected my grandmother to take me in, but
She didn't do it, you
She
said.
did not.
And that probably taught you a lot.
Yes, it did. It taught me that I was would have to sleep in a doghouse somewhere, or maybe under a tree.
But it taught you too that to
I
appreciate
had to do something.
it doesn't grow on money doesn't grow on trees, as they say.
No, and I think if you're living in your parents' home between the ages of 0 to 18 or whatever, if you're enabled or coddled in some way, then you're going to expect that till as long as you're living there.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not going to elaborate.
Yeah.
But yes.
So, but I think at some point, and you look at nature when the mother bird kicks the baby bird
I
out
gotta
of the nest.
learn.
Yeah, you're on your own.
You either fly or don't.
This may be the day you die, or
Yes.
this may be the day that you excel.
Yeah.
So, I would like to know what people think. This is our
haven't
topic
looked
upon
for
it for today. Has your wealth or lack of influenced your life's path?
I
And if
bet
you don't-
everybody's going to say, yeah, surviving isn't really living. No. Oh, Leslie King said, no, I can make the best out of anything.
There you go.
There you go, Leslie. We always know you're going to come up with a
You go, Leslie.
powerful response for us.
All right. Go to our Facebook page and let us know what you think.
Yeah, we'd like to hear
Love
your
to
thoughts.
know. Love to know. Get the conversation going.
You betcha.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
When I look around at the resources of the electrical field today, I feel that I would be glad to begin again my work as an electrician, an inventor.
Wow. Was that Thomas Edison?
I don't know. Probably. No, I don't know. I couldn't even find it. But here we are. 145 years ago today, Thomas Edison perfected a workable electric light at his laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. Years later, Years later, Edison reflected on the rapid developments that followed his invention.
I really think that some aliens came and talked to him about this and showed him what a light bulb was.
All right, Dan. I got nothing. I'm just going to ponder that.
It's just amazing how inventions happen out of
You think
thin air.
But evidently, you think they're aliens.
Well, it's possible. It's a conspiracy theory, but, it hasn't been proven wrong yet.
Aberfan will be remembered not only for the lost generation entombed by the moving mountain. It'll be remembered as a fearful lesson for the future.
58 years ago today, a coal waste landslide in Aberfan, Wales, engulfed a primary school and some 20 houses, killing 144 people. 116 of the victims were children. British Movietone described the significance of the tragedy.
Wow.
The enemy, we believe in all sincerity, is Lyndon Johnson, who has led us deeper and deeper into a bloody quagmire.
57 years ago today, thousands of demonstrators opposed to the Vietnam War tried to storm the Pentagon after a peaceful rally at the Lincoln Memorial. At the rally, the famous baby doctor Benjamin Spock said the real enemy lived nearby in the White House.
Lewis Powell, William Rehnquist, those are names you will remember because they will add distinction and excellence in the highest degree to the Supreme Court of the United States.
This was back in 1971. 53 years ago today, President Nixon named his selections to replace Justice Hugo Black and John Harlan of the U.S. Supreme Court, Lewis F. Powell and William Rehnquist.
Well, I think it relieves you of the burden of desiring further recognition. It's all over now. I don't have to think about it ever again. I'm recognized.
48 years ago today, author Saul Bellow won the Nobel Prize for Literature, the first American so honored since John Steinbeck in 1962. Bellow said the award had a practical side in addition to being a great honor.
We are confident that the charges against them are false and that they will be shown to be such.
This was back in 1988. 36 years ago today, a federal grand jury in New York indicted Ferdinand
Yeah.
and
Imelda
Marcos. Yes, accusing them of stealing more than $100 million from the Philippines Treasury.
Wow.
Their lawyer, Richard Hibley, was from Philippine president and his wife were innocent, saying that they were.
Looking forward to see my family and friends. And I wish to thank everybody for all the help.
33 years ago today, American Jesse Turner was released after nearly 5 years of captivity in Lebanon. He spoke to reporters the very next day.
Almost everywhere you look here, there is smoke. One Malibu official says quite simply, we are at the mercy of the wind.
This was 17 years ago on the first day of what would become the largest evacuation in California history. Wildfires driven by powerful Santa Ana winds burned several homes near San Diego and Malibu. This was CBS News reporter Steve Futterman as he was reporting on the scene.
The rest of our troops in Iraq will come home by the end of the year. After nearly 9 years, America's war in Iraq will be over.
13 years ago today, President Obama declared an end to the U.S. military presence in Iraq. Some troops did return later to help the war against ISIS.
The following is what I consider to be a sentence that is fair and just both to society and to the accused.
This was 10 years ago today. South African Olympic sprinter Oscar Pistorius stood before Judge Thokozile Masipa and was sentenced for the murder of his girlfriend, Renee Steenkamp. Known for the Blade Runner, the double amputee competed with the help of the carbon fiber running blades.
Wow.
Yeah. Pistorius was released on parole in 2024.
One is the claim that he acted with underlying negligence when he shot Ms. Hutchins. But it's also a claim here that he had more than negligence that was involved in the death. Both are linked to his use of a firearm in a way that the prosecutors claim will show disregard for safety on that film set.
3 years ago today, actor Alec Baldwin was pointing a gun on a movie set in New Mexico when it went off and killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins and wounded director Joel Sousa. Former federal prosecutor Laura Levinson notes the Santa Fe district attorney was charging Baldwin with 2 counts. Charges against Baldwin were later dropped.
Those charges were dropped, but I think the family will probably
Pursue a civil suit?
Yeah, civil suit.
If I were 5'6" and 39 years old, I would have a real career, Your Honor. What
Yeah.
you're getting is, listen to me, you paid nothing for the car because you didn't buy the car from your parents.
Oh, that's direct and to the
Oh,
point.
I like her.
This is a birthday cut. 82 years ago today, TV Judge Judy Schindelin was born. She is Judge Judy.
Judge Judy tells it like it is. She doesn't take any crap off anybody.
Babe, I seriously have been planning this dream wedding since I was 10 years old.
Oh, wow. 44 years ago today, celebrity Kim Kardashian was born. She rose to fame on the reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Nice. Okay. Well, we didn't have any music during that one. That was pretty nice. We didn't have to.
We didn't have to bleep anything out,
Really?
did we?
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little Creekside again. We're going to talk sponsors. Is that right?
That's what my understanding is. Dan.
Chuck Eddington is here along with Donna Bramer, and they're here, and it'll be an exciting interview.
There you go.
And we'll be right back right after this. And welcome back to Around the Table. We have representatives from Harrison City government here in the studio, and we're talking Creekside, and you want to talk about sponsors today. What's the importance of sponsors?
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna leave that to the expert.
Chuck Eddington is here.
Sponsors, man, I can't say enough about this community and what sponsors do to help our programs and our facilities and things like that. Usually at Parks and Rec, if we get a sponsorship, it helps us either with one of our kids' programs or league or something like that. But with the Creekside, we got the sponsorships. The idea behind it was Parks has never had a maintenance account or a line item in our budget for maintenance of our facilities.
We forget about that, don't we?
So everything that's donated or is built, now you don't have enough money to maintenance it. But this is what we did with the sponsors, and they stepped up and they helped us get this line item. So I did a 10-year window where in 10 years, everything that has to be replaced or we know has to be replaced, it's now funded through these sponsorships in our Creekside facility.
Very smart.
I bet you had to push the pencil around for that one, didn't you?
We did, and we planned that. We looked at it a couple months before, and I figured out how many sponsors I needed to get, how we were going to set it up, and what each room was going to be worth. And like I said, we had people in the community step up right away to get their business name in there. And I've got it set up where we can rotate that after 5 years, so more businesses can get their name in Creekside.
Nice.
So it's not just one company getting it forever. So we'll spread it out, but right now I'm very thankful for the ones that did support it, and I've got a list I can talk about what they did.
Sure. We'd love to hear.
So Davis GMC, our biggest sponsor, did the indoor aquatics.
Wow.
They got that facility. Big step up there from them. And then our basketball courts, we got Signature Bank, First Community Bank, and Farm Bureau of Boone County.
And I love to see these sponsors all working together for this.
Yes. And, they did the 3 basketball courts. Pippin is our concession stand sponsor, our 2 concessions in Creekside. DSI has our game room, which has our pool table and ping pong table. That's a big deal. Arvis Bank has our party rooms, which will be our pool party rooms and meeting rooms. They have 2 separate rooms or 1 big room. Harrison Battery and Tire is sponsor of our golf room. We have a golf simulator in there and a golf practice net.
That's cool, too.
It's fun.
And Wood Motor is our sponsor of our esports lab. That's where we have our console gaming area and our PC gaming area and learning lounge. We also have Kiwanis Club, who is actually the sponsor of our meeting room / hospitality room for events. And we also have Tempo Fire and Security, who is a sponsor of our indoor playground area for ages 10 and under. So, as you can see, it's a wide variety of businesses that sponsored, and like I said, the pricing's different for each one. But we tried to raise between $900,000 and $1 million over a 10-year period in sponsorships for those line items. And I'll give you an example. Like, we know the turf at the complex has to be replaced in 8 to 10 years.
Okay.
It costs 40% of what we paid for it. We have money already sitting there, so when we got to replace that turf, we're going to replace it.
Yeah.
We may get 12 years out of it, but we're already going to have that money sitting in that line.
It's a community effort.
Yeah, and every 10 years you got to replace or refinish your floors and redo your floors. We have the money sitting there to do that, and if anything happens in any of the rooms or we need to change any rooms, we have the money sitting there in a budget just for that. So all the money from the tax, when it drops down to a quarter, or the bond issue, will be for operations, which will be our staffing and things like that. We don't have to come out of that to pay for the facility. We already have that money set.
Sounds like somebody was thinking smart when they created this whole.
Well, when you have no money, when you have no money sitting in a maintenance account, it kind of gets you thinking on things you can do and get creative to figure out a way to keep everything nice and fresh for our community.
And
how much
Wood Products did an amazing job on our new benches in the gym.
Yeah, you won't even recognize. I'm glad Donna brought that up. You won't even recognize the old high school / junior high gym. I worked there for 8 years, and I didn't even recognize it. Butch made an awesome job of redoing that, but Wabash donated every one of all the wood.
Wonderful!
And there's no gum or carvings in those bleachers now.
So I had a lot of gum in that.
Yeah.
I had some.
So it was a big step up because we didn't know what we were going to do with those old bleachers, and they came right in and said, "Hey, we got the wood," and Butch May put them all in. So it's brand new bleachers.
That's
in
cool.
That remodeled court.
How much did this expand your job? Chuck?
Quite a bit. I mean, we went. I went from 12 full-time employees under me to 19 right now. And we're probably going to end up about 20 or 21 when it's all said and done, a full-time. But we're looking between 80 and 85 different employees over the span of a whole year working for Parks and Rec, which is great. We're excited about that and the job opportunities that we have for people.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's supplying activities for kids and the youth.
Yes.
And that's kind of what we are doing it for.
Yep. So any age, I mean, like I said, the Creekside's now for any age, and so are most of our jobs. I mean, we can get 14-year-olds working some of our concessions in the summer now and get some part-time, but we have a lot of part-time seasonal jobs too.
So I don't remember what I was going to ask. I had a big question.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the sponsors. Mm-hmm. You listed a bunch of sponsors. Now, are all of those slots taken? Is there room for more sponsors?
So,
and you did mention some of the more prevalent corporate sponsors in town. Small business. Can they invest?
They can, but in Creekside, as far as getting their name in Creekside, we won't rotate any names for 5 years.
Okay.
That was a 5-year contract. Was the
So those
smallest
are
one I
full.
did. They're full right now, and then some of them are on 10-year contracts. The bigger ones are 10-year contracts. So, like I said, after 5, I'll rotate some, and after 10, we may rotate some more after that.
Okay.
So Creekside's been open a week.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me your feedback.
I'm going to be honest. I thought we'd have some more input and some more suggestions, but I mean, really, everybody's excited. Here's what I get all the time. We didn't know what was in here until we came in here. So what I say is, please come take a tour. It's free. We did our free day on Saturday. I think we're right around 500 and a little over 500 memberships so far in a week. With our membership drives a couple of weeks early, but I mean, I just say come check it out because you don't really understand what's in there.
Can you come in there and look at it before you commit? Then
you can come in there and look at it. We have people to give you tours. You can walk around, look around anytime you want to. The only place that we really you have to be a member is the indoor aquatics, but we can give you a tour of that, and we'll even let you swim a little bit.
Or you can just drive by.
Yeah,
we did part of it anyway.
We did the free day so people could come in and use the indoor aquatics part because the mayor's big push was, if they're sign up for free, if they qualify for free lunches at the schools, their whole family's free for Creekside except the indoor aquatics. So it's a big deal.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
it's a big deal for our community, and we're regional. Like we're supporting on. There's no cost difference if you live outside the city limits.
Right.
It's the same price for everyone.
Okay.
Wow. Right. What an asset for our community, though.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It was so much fun to see people's faces. Their mouths were wide open. Their eyes were big, and they were just, can't believe this is Harrison.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
It was very exciting.
Well, I know up in Branson and different places they have an aquatics thing, and it's a huge thing. So just give this a little time. It'll be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Valuable.
And there are suggestion boxes, as Chuck said. If you see something that, man, I wish they had this, that would make it easier, or that, or whatever.
They'll
put it in the suggestion box. Yes,
we're listening for sure because, like I said, we want it to support everybody. We want something for everybody to be able to participate in Creekside.
Right.
Now, did you want to talk about the second phase with the concert venue?
Are we ready to go do that yet?
I know you're. That's going to be on the next.
That's more Matt. Probably Explore Harrison, isn't it, or not?
Oh, okay.
Matt and the city, yes.
Okay, yeah.
I know they're talking about it and they're excited about it, and they already have their sponsor for the stage. And so
I was going to say there might be some more places for sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But as that progresses, we'll keep y'all informed about that.
Yes.
Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, early voting started today.
That's right.
For the city in the city of Harrison.
We have city council members, and one thing that I didn't understand until I started working for the city, that every citizen in Harrison can vote for every city council member.
That was one of our questions last week.
You don't have to live in that ward. You vote for all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It's just if you don't live in the city, you don't have that opportunity.
I did not
you have to be
understand
in the
how
city
that worked,
limits.
but you're right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we had that.
I live in Ward 4, but I still need to vote for the people in 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Where can they go look at that?
The Harris I'm sorry, I did Harrison Daily Times for 25 years. That just came out.
City of Harrison?
City of Harrison /government.
Then they
and I
can
have
see
page.
the wards and where that is
Yes, and it's
associated
also
with.
on our website too, harrisonar.gov.
But you can only vote for
One
one
time.
person in your district. You can't vote for both of them, right?
Well-
I'm sure that's not a possibility. You know what I'm saying?
There is Ward 1, Seat
Yes.
1, Seat 2. You will need to vote for 1 and 2.
And 2, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't think the machine will let you vote too many times, but
I don't know. You want to go try it out? And let us know.
I like my freedom.
Anything else you want to add
Yeah.
about Creekside, Chuck, while you're here?
Like I said, just please come check it out. Come see us. We'd love to have you come in, stop by, give you a tour. Love to have you sign up to be a member and use the facility. If you got any suggestions, like she said, we love to hear them. You can either send them to parks@harrisonar.gov or their suggestion boxes in Creekside that we check every day.
Memberships. HarrisonParks.com.
Yeah, memberships. You can sign up online or you can come in. We have people to help you sign up.
And they're getting the schedules. They're working on the schedules for when the different classes and things will be.
Okay.
So
Okay.
keep watching the Parks page for that too. And
All
I'll share
on the
it
Harrison
city's
Parks
page.
and Rec Facebook page.
And
we
I'll share
are-
it on the cities.
And we are Silver Sneaker certified and Renew Active, which is Health Advantage part of that. So we're getting set up for
Wow.
all ages to use it for sure.
Oh,
I'm waiting
fall
for
into that
65.
category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah, that's
hey,
awesome.
Thanks so much for coming by and
Thank you
check
for
it out.
having us.
Go by and take a free tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Oh, had a huge wedding this weekend.
You did. Your little granddaughter, didn't you?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Aw.
People
Congratulations
said,
to
people
her.
looked at me and they said, "Are you crying?" I go, "No, the wind is blowing in my eyes."
Did it make you tear up a little
Yes.
bit?
Yeah, a couple times, 3 times.
That's
four,
cool.
A couple 4 or 5 times, yeah. And then there's some people I had not seen for a while, and that was quite nice.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Got teared up when I got to see them. I don't know
You're
what's wrong with me.
emotional.
I'm an emotional
No,
wreck.
you're just. I mean, I appreciate that. If a man can tear up,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, the wedding was quite large. Had a lot of people there, and it's funny. They had a table for finger food.
Sure.
And they had this stuff that was, I should have taken a picture of it, but I thought it was pate of some kind.
Okay.
For crackers, because the crackers were right next to it, and it was just a slather on the table. It had paper on the table, and they put,
it was a big charcuterie type deal.
Yes, and they had this big long diagonal slather of, I thought it was pate, and I thought, well, there was no utensils to scoop anything.
So you're supposed to do it with your cracker.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I got me a bunch. I got like 3 or 4 crackers and piled this stuff up. I thought, man, this stuff tastes going to taste great. I got back to the table and started, chowing down, and threw one of those crackers in my mouth. I go, wow!
Was it hot?
It was butter.
Where? Oh, wow.
I'm like, what do you put butter?
Didn't you ever put butter on your crackers?
I know, but I thought it was something.
But you were not expecting butter.
I was not expecting butter. Put it that
funny.
way. But imagine throwing a wedding and only 16 people RSVP to show up.
People don't RSVP like they should anymore. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, that would be a little sad.
Well, it would be sad if you had set it up like these people did. But a couple took to Reddit to moan about nobody showing up for their non-traditional wedding. And here's what happened. They decided that instead of the boring old chicken dance and wedding cake themed night, they would have a 2-day rave.
Well, I probably wouldn't show up either.
And to be fair, they paid for absolutely everything, which included a huge cabin that sleeps over 50, all the food and booze you could possibly want to drink, and they chose a weekend with no football games to make it easier for their sports-loving guests. They sent out 80 invites, but only 16 people RSVP'd. Yes, the bride-to-be says she felt heartbroken and humiliated.
First of all, people have stuff they want to do that may not, your wedding may interfere, but I wouldn't, this does not.
This wouldn't fit into my wheelhouse at all.
No.
I would say, sorry, and here's why.
Best wishes.
Best wishes.
But.
Thanks for the invite. I'll come by and pick up a bottle of your wine later.
No kidding. So, well, that's just, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you expect? So, there was a 4-year-old Riley Schmidt was playing outside. She's 7 years with her 7-year-old brother. She's 4. When a coyote dashed at them from across the street. And we don't have a coyote. I have coyotes. I have coyotes out, in my rural area. But isn't there a fox or something that y'all
there's
said
one
lives?
here.
So my point is those things are moving, I think, inward.
Right.
We're taking away some of their native land, I guess. Anyway, let me find it. Where'd it go? Oh, quick thinking Riley jumped on top of a picnic table just as her dad ran onto the scene and scooped her up in his arms. With the coyote still on the loose, her brother ran to frantically warn his friend before running inside himself. The entire thing was caught on video, so maybe you did see the video. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but experts say coyotes are common in Oregon, so every family should have an escape plan. And I would not have thought about any particular area that was overrun city. I mean, I don't know how big this area was where this, if it was rural or if it was in the city or whatever. But I guess my thought was we keep taking, that's why bears, you see more bears and stuff because we're taking away their native area.
Yeah, and I hear more stories about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I know deer season, the deer are starting to move right now. And I'm seeing more deer. I saw one this morning.
So be careful.
Be careful out there when you're driving.
I don't know how you be careful of that, except you keep your eye on the road on either all of it. Assess the whole area as best you can.
You know how many pounds of sugar we eat during the year? Think about it.
No, too much.
Take a guess. 80 pounds.
That's.
80
I mean, it seems like a
pounds.
lot of sugar to me.
Yeah. And you wonder why there's an epidemic in diabetes. Everything has sugar in it, even if you don't realize it does. Ketchup has sugar in it.
I've read that.
Yeah. Has quite a bit.
There's, yeah.
You may be eating yogurt and granola for health reasons, but it's loaded with sugar.
Look at all the other crap in things like that.
Mm-hmm. A new study from Talker Research found that we drink about 34% of our sugar intake in our morning coffee alone. And on a regular day, the average American has twice the amount of sugar recommended by the American Heart Association. 39% of us say we need sugar when we're stressed, while 30% say they eat it out of sheer boredom. Great news, just a week and a half before Halloween, when all the sugar happens.
Candy corn and all.
Yep.
It's that season.
Do you use sugar?
No.
You don't.
I mean, I'll use honey a lot of times rather than sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I guess I do, but
Well,
not
it's natural.
traditional sugar.
It metabolizes differently, I
don't
think.
use pure. There's stuff in whatever I prepare, but no, I don't specifically go sugar stuff.
If you
I use stevia.
If you want to lose weight, I met somebody at the wedding that was normally a larger person, and this person was extremely different and thinner. Mm-hmm. And I asked, how they did that, and they said, no sugar and no bread.
Wow. I'm sure that's legit.
But
you have to prepare a lot of your own food to do that.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people go, what is it, where they eat meat all the time? What's that called?
Or
Not vegan.
Where they do eat meat?
Where they just eat meat, where they eat protein.
What's a pescatarian? I don't know what all those are.
I forget what it's called now. Anyway.
Wow. Because it's all protein.
Yeah.
And not, you people, you just, I read, I think I've mentioned that. I read labels and it's just phenomenal
Scary.
how much crap.
But what do? You have to.
Unless you want to prepare everything yourself, like even ketchup, unless you want to make your own, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to go to break.
We do? Let's go then.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more from Dan and Ann and Around the Table. Stay with us. And welcome back to Around the Table. We've got about 5 minutes remaining in our show today.
I have about 5 minutes of info.
Have you got stuff you'd like to talk about?
I don't even have 5 minutes worth. But
Okay.
yeah, I do. I want to talk about on October 23rd at John Paul at North Ark, John Paul Hammersmith Conference Center, there will be an early childhood town hall sponsored by Learns, and that is the 23rd from at 10 to 12. I am not sure what all you have to do to come. If you just come, and I'll try to find out more information on that because I couldn't find the flyer. So there you go.
Okay.
But that's something coming up at North Ark, and if that interests you, then I invite you to stay tuned around our page, and I'll see if I can't find out more information, or go to North Ark, or call them.
Okay.
Better yet. Also, Stewart's Sticks and Strings. You say that 3 times real fast.
Stewart Sticks and Strings. Stewart Sticks and Strings. Stewart Sticks and
When
Strings.
you lose 3 teeth, it doesn't come out the same.
Oh.
No. Stewart Sticks and Strings. On Saturday, October 26th, they're having their grand opening and Halloween bash. So they will be open on that day 4 to 10 with this grand opening and Halloween bash. And they have several bands that they have listed that will be there. And for more info, you can call 870-221-3479. And this is located on 212 West Stevenson. So I don't know. Might be a fun, good time. I don't know. I know I remember when they opened, and I have kind of followed them a little bit. But anyway, Stewart's Sticks and Strings. Also, trivia night for the American Legion.
Thursday?
Every Thursday,
Yeah.
6 p.m. at the Elks Club. And, you know, Halloween's on the way.
Yeah.
What is today? The 21st?
Uh-huh.
10 days.
Wow.
Scare on the Square.
Coming closer.
Which is a really nice, safe way
I like
for
that.
trick-or-treaters to go. And that happens on Halloween, October 31st on the Harrison Town Square from 3:30 to 8:30. Bring your little dressed-up kiddos for free candy, food, and prizes, and they'll have a good time. And also there's several churches and other areas that will probably be doing trunk-or-treat.
That's
But
nice.
most of that info comes on Facebook, so that's how I get mine. So, you know, check that.
Cool.
Okay. That was it, Dan.
That was it?
That was it for now.
Well, do you know what today is?
Well, it is October 21st. No.
Yeah. It's October 21st, National Back to the Future Day. We've been celebrating Back to the Future Day since 2015.
Hello.
Hello. The year that Marty McFly and Doc Brown visited in Back to the Future Part 2. So dig up some old embarrassing pictures, create a time capsule, or try to right some past wrongs.
Okay. Oh, it's International Day of the Nacho.
Ooh.
I like nacho.
Do you know where they were invented?
Fort Duncan, Texas.
Really?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
Nachos were invented in 1943 in a tiny Mexican town right across the border from Fort Duncan, Texas.
Okay. So it is a Texas-born
Well, kind of.
delicacy.
I mean, it says it's in Mexico. I mean, it was Mexico.
Yeah, it was
a
Mexico.
Mexican town.
Yeah.
But yeah, right there. Oh, here's us.
National
Every day.
Babbling Day.
That's me.
Babbling, yeah. You do have
I do babble.
You have the babbling gene.
I do. Sorry. National Reptile Awareness Day. Did your kids have reptiles? What are you laughing about?
I'm reading this about babblers.
Okay, go for it.
You know that the friend who a friend that can talk nonstop for 2.5 hours. I believe you could. That's a babbler.
Let me tell you, my husband and I went to Eureka this weekend, and on the drive, you know, it's over an hour drive for us, and he just sometimes, most of the time, just wants to sit and not converse.
Sure.
So I crank up the music and I just sing with it. You know, I've got but anyway, he laughs because I talk, and then I turn around and look at him like, oh, I guess you just want to
you're
sit
here.
there.
I just realized you're here.
I don't even need you here. Yeah.
All right, guys. It's National Clean Your Virtual Desktop Day and International Adjust Your Chair Day. We'll be doing that quite a bit. Hey, we're going to take a break. We'll be back
No, we won't.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we will. I thought you were